Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different and a little personal. I really want to talk about goals, and not your typical type of goals like lose 10 pounds or get a promotion, although those things are really good. The goals I want to talk about are goals that actually fit me. So it's the end of the year, we're in November now, and I've been doing a lot of reflecting on the goals that I've set up for myself for the rest of this year, as well as looking ahead into next year. And I've realized that some of my goals might seem just a little bit different, but I think they really work for me. First, I want to talk about not holding back. In Western culture, it often feels like being the best version of yourself means to be highly extroverted, a go-getter, and someone who's always pushing and hustling, and occasionally stepping on other people's toes to get ahead. And you know what? I have tried to be that person. I have tried to fit into that mold, to be extremely outgoing and ambitious, but in the way that everyone seems to celebrate. And it's just not me. You know what I realized? That's okay. My way of navigating the world is different, but it is just as valid. For me, being authentic and being fully myself is more important than just fitting into someone else's definition of success. And that part of authenticity includes not holding back, sharing my thoughts, my feelings, and my ideas, even if they might feel vulnerable or intense. Sensitivity and empathy, for example, are often overlooked in this culture. People say, "Oh, you're too sensitive. You're being emotional," or "just get over it." But these are gifts. They are just as important as being an extrovert, the charisma, and the high achievement. They allow me to connect deeply with others and to notice what many people miss. They also help me approach the world in a meaningful and thoughtful way. So, one of my goals this year and going into 2026 is to really lean into that, to honor my sensitivity, to celebrate my empathy, and to not apologize for the way I experience and navigate the world. Even if it's not the way the world around me celebrates success, it's still valuable. There are many ways to live a meaningful, impactful, and successful life, and mine doesn't have to look like anyone else's. And I think this is the same for all empaths, HSPs, INFJs, and INFPs. Another goal of mine is journaling and planning. I love my blog, don't get me wrong, but I want something more personal and more hands-on, tangible. Most planners out there are just way too rigid. They're made for people that live a very, very structured life, but I want detail. I want soul. I like to map out my spiritual goals, do mental health check-ins, and connect with nature and creativity. That's why I'm starting bullet journaling. It combines writing and art, two things that I absolutely love. Instead of using someone else's template, I get to create my own. I can draw, I can write, I can add quotes, art, poems, whatever truly feeds my soul. I think that's going to make a really big difference, and it's going to make planning fun and meaningful. Another goal is upgrading my backpack and also a handbag. I really want something practical that I can carry to work that will, hold both of my laptops and my lunch. And I want it to be stylish and unique. I'm not looking for the same Coach, Kate Spade, or Rebecca Minkoff bags that everyone else has. I have been eyeballing some Radley London bags. I do have one Radley bag, and let me tell you, it's such a treat. It's compact, high quality, and I love the little dog. It's super cute. But now I want something a little bit bigger and something that can hold more, but still fits my style. It's a goal, but it'll also be a treat to myself. I also really want to get my cars organized. I know that sounds silly, but winter is coming, and I realize that I'm missing little essentials in my cars like hand sanitizer, chapstick, lipstick, tissues, first aid kits. I mean, nothing crazy, but they're just things that make life smoother. I know it sounds like a really kind of corny small goal, but it's one that I can achieve really soon. Another big goal of mine for the upcoming year is mindfulness. Mindfulness, for me, is about truly being present in the moment. It's about noticing the small things and grounding myself in reality and appreciating life as it is, rather than constantly worrying about what's next. I want to make mindfulness a daily practice, not just something I think about, but something that I truly live. Maybe that's meditating in the morning, going for intentional walks in nature, journaling, using that bullet journal, or even just slowing down and savoring the meal I'm eating or the coffee I'm drinking. These small moments, when practiced consistently, I think will help me center myself, reduce stress, and spark more creativity. Speaking of creativity, I also really want to tap into different creative outlets this year. Art, writing, journaling, music, even things I haven't tried. Self-expression is therapy for me. It's a way to release emotions, to process experiences and data, and to really reconnect with myself. So, part of my goal is to prioritize these creative practices, not just as a task, but as something joyful, healing, and truly essential to my well-being. I'm really proud of a goal that I have already accomplished, and that is downsizing my closet. Originally, I had planned on making a video about it, but it was way too emotional. Let's just say that getting rid of things that belong to people I love is very hard, but I did it. And I think now my wardrobe feels intentional. Everything fits and everything goes together. I love everything in it, and I really feel lighter. It makes getting ready in the morning so much easier, and I feel good in everything that I own. And then there's another important goal for next year: volunteering. Not for praise, not for photos, not for social media, but to truly help people. Today will be my first shift at one of the food banks in my local area, and it's something that I really want to continue. Giving back in a quiet and meaningful way is something that truly feeds my soul. I think it's so important to remember that we can make a difference simply by showing up and offering our time and energy. And finally, there's a bigger, longer term goal: starting a little community project about personal finance. But it's been hard for me to get started. I know I can do it, but I need it to feel inspiring, beautiful, and emotionally meaningful. Not like just another task. So that's something that I've been working on slowly and thoughtfully. But I think once I get it going, it will really be a good project and help a lot of people. So these are just a few of my personal goals. They might not be conventional, but they fit me. They're all about sensitivity, creativity, organization, mindfulness, style, giving back, and impact. And I guess the lesson here is that it's okay if your goals look different from everyone else's. What matters is that they nourish your soul and help you grow. I would really love to hear from you. What are your goals for 2026? Not just the typical ones, but what are goals that feel like you? Go ahead and drop them in the comments, and maybe we can inspire each other. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.